Hey,
Guys, welcome to another episode of the MASE and SHADY Show. We'll give you a little bit of a late night review today.
yes, the late night version.
Special day. Today is Mace's birthday, so y'all make sure y'all come in and say happy birthday to Mace.
Yes, today is my birthday. And happy birthday to Princess as well. Today's her
Yes.
birthday as well.
So y'all, if she shows up, or just if she does it, make sure you give her a special happy birthday. And I see you're pretty in paint tonight.
Trying to be. So I had eyelash malfunctions. I had to take everything off, so I don't even have no makeup on. I had to just go just
Oh,
put
you
some
don't
lipstick
even
on.
have
Yeah, I had to
you don't
wipe.
even
I had to take everything off. I swear my eyelashes went in my eye. The glue went in my eyeball, so I just had to wipe
Oh
everything off. So I
no.
was like, forget it. Let me just wipe everything off and throw
we we
some
all
lip
natural.
on.
We team natural here anyway.
So how was your day going?
It was going. It's going. I'm actually, kind of tired, but we gonna push through and get to these housewives.
Yes, and I want to send a special thank you to Cleo. She sent me such a nice gift. I really appreciate it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Shabby. I was crying. You know, I get emotional.
Well, thank you, Cleo, for giving Mace that gift. We both appreciate when anybody does anything for us. So we do what we do out of love. It's a labor of love.
Yes, and happy birthday to Coco from SWV. Her birthday's today as well.
Oh, so all of y'all on the same day.
And I think Al Reynolds too.
Like I said, that's an interesting roster. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's an interesting roster. But
Mhm.
happy birthday, and I wish you many, many, many more.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Now let's get into these damn housewives. What?
Let's get into it. First, they start off with a flashback of, Candy and Marlo going back and forth over the years. And the big thing that people was talking about on social media was the Nene diss that she was edited out of the intro, the Housewives of Atlanta intro. And while I was watching it, when I heard about it, they made it such a big deal that when I watched it, if you look down for a second, you would have missed it because it
Yeah.
was a split second. But y'all harping on anything because the show is not that interesting. So y'all had to harp on something. So it was a big deal that Nene was not included in the little intro that they did, like for 0.5 seconds. So what do you think? But Nene made it a big point to say she was against the show. She was against Bravo. She sued them. She said all these negative things about Andy. What do you expect?
Yeah, I think Nene really dug her own grave with that one. Because she was the it girl over there for such a long time. And they gave you chance after chance. Like you was trying it. She was just trying it left and right. And I think a lot of now the racial slander and especially the I guess what they went through with Mariah as well. They probably was like, wait, before this even get
Mm-hmm.
any further, let's cut ties with her because she's become a liability. That's a liability. If you work for our company and you're in turn, we're giving you, status, you're
Mm-hmm.
sitting because she was basically the it girl over there. It was Nene.
She let
And
it get to her head.
now we're racist, you know what I'm saying? Even if they were, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you took advantage and you
Mm-hmm.
used everything that we gave you. And now when it's not to your liking or to your convenience, we're racist. You know what I'm saying? They probably sitting there like we've been racist, girl, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Like now you want to say we're racist when it's not benefiting you.
I think if it was somebody else with more validity that said it, maybe it would have went somewhere. But Nene, like you said, you benefited from it for a long time. You were saying who and who shouldn't be fired. You was putting black women on the chopping block to get their jobs taken. So I mean, are you better than them? So anyway, she's also on the docket because she broke up with her married man. So
Oh
we
yeah, I saw that broke up.
her.
And she's calling him a narcissist.
Yeah, allegedly. I mean, how a narcissist is gonna call somebody else a narcissist?
I was like, wow, that's like the pot calling the kettle and the cat and the black. That was a lot. It's a lot.
We'll be talking about she on the docket too, because you open your legs to married men and you want sympathy because you broke up with him because he wasn't
Now
around.
you seeing what his wife went through.
I think him and his wife had a plan. Personally, I think they had a plan. I don't think he was ever planning on leaving his wife. Let
Yeah.
that be. But moving
But I
forward,
hear that Kim said that she will be returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta.
well, she's in the preview to this season. Like she's in the preview. Like she's gonna be doing cameos. She was hinting at possibly coming back, but she doesn't have the final say. So
I think that if I'm not mistaken, I think she tweeted that she's back on the show. That she's
I don't. I'm gonna have to see the receipts on that.
yeah. I'm because if Kim is back, I'm telling you, I'm checking out.
If she is, I mean, it's Bravo's last stitch effort to try to, revive the show. And I don't think that they need to go as far as to bring Kim back.
It's not no revision with Kim. Like the revision of the show, you need to revamp the show and find another probably
some real Atlanta people
house and find some real Atlantean, women.
Celebrities that live down here, that not even celebrities, people that are well to do in the city. Get one of them. Bring Mariah. She was supposed to be a housewife at one point.
And this is where I think a lot of the franchises of color, you may not have a lot of power, but you have some type of power. You understand? Like, especially with the girls. Because after Kim said what she said, like at that reunion, I would not be filming with her. She'll be having her filming by herself.
And that's all they have to do is not
film with her, because she will be filming by
will.
herself. And this is how you put people and you teach people how to treat you. Because if she could say whatever she wants to, especially about Black women, sit there and saying Black women that you benefited from. Like I said, we accept everything as long as they act down. Like, oh, she's down. She's hip. You know what I'm saying? She's like us. No, she's not.
She was at one point.
As soon as Mad Day comes, she will show you she's not like us. Like she said and showed y'all, she's not like who else would sit around here and deal with these women? Like the way that you acted, she will be filming by herself. And you just let her right back in, like no thing. As soon as she's arguing with Big Booty and she's getting divorced from Big Booty, and now that she's right back in the housewife when she was too good for them before, like no, keep that same energy. That's what I don't understand it. I'm not watching if she's there. I refuse.
Absolutely. So moving forward with the episode, at the beginning they did like this rewind of Marlo and Candy, and they showed the text messages between Candy and Marlo following her nephew's death, and they were very casual. Marlo didn't seem too distraught in these text messages. She was just saying, "Hey, did you know so and so? Did he used to work at your restaurant?" And Candy said, "I don't know, but let me check." It was very regular text. It wasn't like she was distraught, she was hurt, or none of that. So Bravo did a decent job, I guess, of giving us a little bit of backstory, but the storyline really don't make sense as to why Marlo is upset. So it's kind of weird to watch. And then they show the unseen footage of the reason why they show it is because it's going to come up later in conversation. So they had to give us context of when Marlo showed up to the house and Riley big behind. She looked just like her daddy.
Yes, I'm like, whoa.
Riley was so big. And not big and fat, just big. So
I guess because her father name is Block.
She looked just like her daddy. For her not
to I guess she's, he's a whole block, she a half a block. Like, I don't know.
You don't even look like Candy. You look like straight up Blockisha.
Yeah, it's like he cannot deny that. Like, child. Block, you tried it. Like, you tried.
Marlo came over there looking for a moment. Why she did it in front of Riley and Candy, I have no idea. But she went over there. It must have just happened because I don't know what they were supposed to be doing, but Marlo ended up crying on the floor about her, not really crying. She had a little tear come out about her nephew passing, and Candy had some sympathy for her. I remember, that she, felt sorry for her, but she was just offering her condolences, and that's it. That's all she could do. And Marlo didn't seem displeased with her reaction. She didn't seem that, like Candy should have did more.
I really need to know, what does she expect Candy to do?
I guess she want. I don't know.
Like, because this is making Marlo look crazy. Like, Marlo, if you didn't look crazy before, you look crazy right now. Because what are you expecting Candy to do about your nephew's passing? Yes, it's a sad situation. Yes, it's a horrible event that happens. But he was an employee at an establishment that she owns, and she owns many establishments. Like, it's not like she had a one-on-one personal relationship with this gentleman and that she hired him personally and reached down and like, Marlo, bring your nephew. I'm hiring him. I'm taking him under my wing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that happened.
He wasn't even an employee at the time of his death. He
She had
wasn't
like Candy was his mentor, and he was his was her mentee, and that all of a sudden when he passed away, she just this is just crazy. Like, Marlo, you look crazy. Like, what do you expect Candy to do?
It's not making sense, but Marlo is sitting over in the restaurant with her friends and getting her friends. She's getting everybody pumped up against Candy. And this is how people do when they're mad at you and they want others to be mad at you. They retell the story in a way that makes the other person look bad when it really doesn't even make sense. So she's telling them that Candy can't use this platform to promote her business. And I said, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. Why wouldn't you use this platform to promote?
Right, Marlo, they allowed you to use the platform to promote your misspelled business. Like,
you tried to promote it, but it didn't go anywhere. I don't think nobody really,
probably because it was misspelled. Like,
nobody's buying into that, but you're mad because Candy is using the platform to promote her businesses and what she has going on, which is what you're supposed to be doing. If you were doing that, you might have a storyline, but you don't have nothing going on. So she's saying that her family is disappointed in Candy, and I'm like, why is the family disappointed? Did you round them up to be disappointed? Did you try to make them disappointed? Or like, why?
I even think the family is disappointed. At this point, the family is probably watching, Housewives just like us. Like, what is she? They probably sitting there looking like the Kermit the Frog, like what
was on there like a few episodes crying, but
hey, Kimmy.
Hey, Kimmy Nicole. I'm just like, I just don't get it. So the next thing we have Sanya and her weird family dynamic where you got a bunch of people freeloading off of you and mad because you asked them to leave. The sister is upset and just distraught because this man wants his house back so he can be with his wife in his house that he pays for. And Sanya, what I really dislike about her is the flip-flopping behavior. Because when she with her husband, yes, I understand. We need our home back. Da, da, da. I'm willing to do everything for you. You trying to have a baby by him and all of this. When you in front of your sister, your mama, I don't know what's wrong with him. This dynamic works for us, and he doesn't get it. So it's just like you're not even loyal to your own husband.
Right.
And I really don't understand their dynamic. The daddy said he don't want to leave the house. Like, excuse me, sir, you gonna have to, what was y'all living before? Was y'all always living?
It was always they were always there because even like I said prior, their other reality they had, I think it was Glam and Gold, Glitter and Gold or something. The family was living there too, and the sister, they were always together, and I think that was their dynamic for a long time. I don't know, but like I said, like, she's a flipper, she's a pancake. The girl is a real fake, she a snake. She flipped back and forth, she a real fake. She's a flipper, she a pancake. She's definitely giving pancake. She is flipping and flopping all over the place. I don't know if it's Betty Crocker or Aunt Jemima, but she's definitely giving pancake. And she needs to make up her mind. Like, you need to either pick a side and stand on it, Sanya, because I'm tired of you going back and forth. Like, if I was your family, I'll be a little, like, which one is it? Like, do you want to, are we going or are we staying? Like,
but I think you wouldn't have had to tell me twice.
Right, like, because as soon as you mention going, or like, I'm like, look, my bags is packed. Mm-hmm. If I don't find somewhere, give me a couple of, I
don't like being fully dependent on one person. It seems like they're dependent on her for their income. And I couldn't be dependent on, that's probably why the other nephew quit, because that make you solely dependent on the family for your livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
And no, It's always good to have your own stuff. So speaking of have your own stuff, Kenya is opening a salon here in Atlanta, and I think that's a good look. It's a
I
good
think so.
idea. Hair is big in Atlanta, and there's a lot of hairstylists. There's a lot of celebrity stylists down here. She has the potential if she does it right. She has the potential to make this a really big, little salon here in Atlanta.
It was,
I
yeah.
would link up with Kim Kimball. Link up with
Is
she
Kim
got
Campbell
some.
down there? Or is she still not down to the LA?
Well, Kim Kimball has proteges down here. Gaucher,
Yeah, go
she
Shay, yeah.
don't.
LA Hair was my show. I love me some LA Hair.
So, Cutting It in the ATL. I used to love
Yeah.
that show.
Yeah, cut it in the ATL.
Maya, what was her name? Maya?
And because that's with the natural girl with the fro.
Yeah, Mushia.
She used to come through.
It's so many people down here. Deidre was another one of my
And the one that
favorites.
had the $50 weave, the sewing weave, the
Yeah.
Oh, it's interrupted.
She had the quick weave shop.
Yeah, the quick weave shop.
I don't think those shops are up and running anymore, but back then they were all
And
over.
I know she done made a pretty penny off them. She'd probably be able to retire because those was in circulation, and especially in Atlanta, you drive up, you go get your hair sewn into someone real quick, and then you go and get it styled.
You used to see them. You used to see the billboards everywhere. I don't really see them as much anymore because I don't know if people are doing quick weaves like that. But I think it's a good business. I mean, it was a little small, narrow salon, but it looked like it's in a nice neighborhood, and it looked, from the design that she showed, it looked cute. It looked cute or whatever.
And plus with Kenya, I think that this would be a perfect business and be very profitable for her, due to the fact that she does have hair and she does show her natural hair, and she does incorporate, pieces and wigs and stuff with her hair. But at the end of the day, she does have her own natural hair, because it's hard taking hair advice from someone that doesn't have any natural hair. And all I see from you is a wig. You know what I'm saying? So if all I see from you is a wig and you never peeled it back and showed me, what was underneath it, is it healthy or what's going on underneath your wig, I don't really trust you for doing my hair now. You could come lay a wig down on me, but you can't get to the root.
So I think that's a good look.
So I think, but Kenya has a lot of hair. I want to know how her hair grew that long.
I'm sorry.
I want to know Kenya's secrets to her hair. I said I would love to know, because secrets to her hair, being her hair so long, naturally long and stuff like people.
Kenya more hair products are good.
Yeah, and I think the building is tall enough to where she can add a second level. Like if it expands,
there's a second level in the back, like a upper level in the back, and I think that's where she's probably dryers and stuff like that. But
but it's so big and so tall, she can even add she could do a lot with that.
But the budget for what they were already showing was like $400,000. So I would go to Candy for a loan. Hey, Candy Yams. Hey, you want to invest?
The best number Candy will come. Candy, I want
some good stylists.
I'm gonna be 30% of the profits. Hey, I don't know.
Something to get her kick started. She just needs some good stylists, like some good celebrity high end stylists. Don't have no ratchet people in there. It has potential to be really good. So good for her. The next thing we have Sheree. She's at home being a grandmama. And even though I don't like Sheree, this is the cute scene with her and her family, because all of them look good.
Yeah.
They look pretty. Cairo looks like a model. He looks chiseled. He just turned into
Cairo is looking like Cairo name should have been. I like Cairo, but Cairo's a good name too. But shoot, at this point, Adonis, Cairo, Cairo's. He came a long way from that little boy in that sneaker store buying them big ass sneakers
on them air mattresses.
Yeah, he came a long, long way.
Mm-hmm.
And Bob would feel like,
she was on the computer and she looked back like, huh? And I was like, oh, she was looking like, some people is effortlessly
beautiful. Yeah, she's one of them, just naturally pretty.
And so, and even Sheree was looking good, and they brought the baby out, and she was trying to sleep, which was cute, and then wanted to do little ornaments with her hand. That I thought that was cute. It was good to see her talk about her son and lift him up, because we see so many people tearing down Black man. She was, saying what a good father he was and how he stepped it up, and you just saw Sheree get emotional, and we rarely see Sheree get emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Like really emotional. She likes to fake it, act like she get emotional, but this is a real moment. You could tell.
Yeah, I think that's a real spot for a lot of people. Hey, Cleo. Thank you again, Cleo. I was just telling the people that Cleo, my friend Cleo.
Yes, Cleo. She was telling us how you got her a nice gift.
I really appreciate it. I was like, I get emotional. But yeah, Sheree, I think that's a real sore spot because it's so real and raw. Like a lot of times, you want that. Like a lot of times when you go out and you have children, you want that family, you want your husband to be hands-on, and sometimes it's not like that. And it could it make you feel like, and then looking at her son like, oh wow, he's stepping up, he's doing what his father. I'm so proud of him, but still, I'm still hurt that I didn't have that. Like I'm proud of my son, but I'm hurt that I didn't have it. So that's the raw spot. But I like her in that raw spot. I like to see Sheree real. I want to see more of that.
Tell that this part is real, but the part with her and Martell wasn't so real. It's just like, even like in the little 5-second scenes when the girl is asking her about Martell, she's like, oh, whatever. It's just like, it just don't seem authentic.
Yeah, y'all wasn't doing nothing, child.
But it was real cute to see Cairo with his daughter, to see the sister, to see the baby mom. Everybody looked good. It was a nice little moment. Do we need to talk about Drew and
Ralph?
Yeah, do we need to talk about them in the driveway and him?
There wasn't much going on. The kids was playing basketball. I think that was cute. They had the little basketball coach there.
Ralph
he had surgery.
Surgeries.
Ralph.
He had an eye surgery, an
elbow, I think,
and a surgery on something else. And I'm like, why he had all these surgeries?
But he didn't remember. I don't know if Drew's making this stuff because he's looking like, when? Like, okay.
Are they gaslighting us again? I mean,
at this point, they are the gaslighters.
So the next thing we have Candy. She's at her house and she's getting ready to go out to the event. Todd is sitting up working on the computer, working on his movie that he's producing. And speaking of movies, I remember last year I told you guys that I was gonna be in a movie.
Yes, what is going on with that?
So the premiere is gonna be next month. They sent me all the stuff, so I'm gonna be at the premiere. So I'm very excited. And
I am excited. We're gonna have to report live from the premiere. You're gonna have to pull a double. You're gonna have to be the star and the roving reporter because we need to know what is going on.
I should be the reporter, but I'll be the star in it. They gave me some shirts and stuff, and I'm excited, get nervous about it, and I'm gonna show y'all a little preview on Saturday.
I'm excited. I am so excited. Congratulations. I am excited. I can't wait.
I did it a year ago, and now it's not coming to theaters, so I'm happy for that. So Candy is telling Todd that they're going to an escape room. And there's several out here in Atlanta, and I've been to a few. But this one is different where they splatter paint on you, actual paint, if you don't get out the room. So Courtney, I felt like she was being devious by not telling all of the ladies that they were going to get splattered with paint, but you only told some of the girls. I think she was setting some of those girls up to be, get their stuff messed up or to,
that's wrong. Like, don't play with my
clothes. If you're gonna get splattered, you need to tell people to wear clothes that they don't mind getting messed up or they don't mind getting, dirty or whatever. Don't wear your expensive weave. Come in there, put your bonnet on or whatever. She didn't do that. She only told Drew, and Drew ended up telling Kenya. So I just felt like, number one, that's sneaky. And number two, Bravo should have showed Kenya's birthday party with the Ariel theme. That would have been cute.
Yeah, why didn't they show it?
Why didn't they show that part? That would have been real cute for the show.
Maybe it was because of the Ariel theme.
Maybe it was, but I mean, she was just wearing a costume. She couldn't wear the costume.
A lot of times, like sometimes with these networks, it's funny. Like if they promote like Disney, like sometimes I don't know if Bravo and Disney is affiliate. I'm not too sure, but a lot of times they don't cross promotion. Like for some reason. So,
but that was cute that that she was doing a little aerial thing and it looked like they was at the pool. It was like a pool party. So I thought that was real cute. It would have been nice to see.
Yeah, sometimes they act funny anyway when it's Blake. When it's Blake, ain't no serious, because I bet you if Ariel was somebody else, it wasn't Blake.
They still mad that
they would have spread it around. They would have had red corn silky wigs everywhere. But now that Ariel hair is kind of kinky, they don't they don't want to be affiliated with them. No.
I noticed. I just took note of that too. Then Kenya, I like that Kenya gives Candy a heads up, so Candy isn't coming into the situation, blindsided. She's telling her what Marlo has been saying behind her back, that Candy hasn't brought flowers, or she wasn't, trying to help her after the funeral. And like I said, this was 2020. It's been at least 2 years since the incident. And I'm trying to understand why.
And didn't Gumby, your mother, come to the place and sat there and was excited to even meet Candy? So if it was,
the mother met her with no teeth,
because Gumby was there right there. And if it was such turmoil and the people had all this animosity towards Candy, why was your mother so excited to meet her?
Right.
Think that your mother was kind of like, my grandson or whatever worked for you and was murdered, and I would like to know why you didn't send flowers. She didn't mention none of that. She didn't mention her dentures. She didn't mention her teeth. She didn't mention the murder. She didn't mention none of that. She was just excited to meet Candy, and for Marlo to make up these lies on her mother, like, this is wrong. You already had the lady. Now you lying on her.
The nephew was that close. I don't think that they were that close at all. Because when later on, when Candy reveals the text messages, because Candy is good for keeping a text message. She done pulled out text messages on Portia, on Phaedra, so on Nene. So she'll pull out a text message from years ago in a minute.
And copies of the text message.
And she'll make copies and give them.
She'll make printouts. When
she was reading off the text, it was very much believable. And it was, hey, Candy Yams. She asked about her nephew, and she said, oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. And then 5 days later, you're trying to do cameos with Candy. So it don't sound like you was upset that Candy didn't bring no flowers. I don't think he was that close to him. I think that was your cousin from, we have cousins that we don't.
You have people that that you're just not close. You're related to, but you're just not close.
We're related, but we don't really know each other like that, Yeah. And I think that's what it was. But Marlo, she loves being the victim, and Bravo, I'm gonna need for y'all to take accountability with Marlo at this reunion, because y'all didn't do it last reunion. And it seems like y'all are setting Marlo up to be the victim again. And she's just gonna blame her childhood again. And this is why I reverted to this, because it reminded me of my childhood. It reminded me of when people said I slashed this girl in the face, but you did.
But Marlo looks really crazy, like coming after Candy so hard, because Candy was the one who helped you. You know what I'm saying? Although she did want to know where you got your money from, you know what I'm getting? But other than that, she was really rooting for you. I think she saw
everybody.
I think she saw this, but I think more so with Marlo, she cultivated a whole show for you. Mm-hmm. She curated a show for you that was supposed to star Funky Dineva and what's the House of Chappelle? And that you were the star of. The show was built around you, and you backed
and your fashions. This is what you do. You and your fashion.
You backed out because you're not like.
You don't have the personality to carry a show by yourself.
They think they want the fame. They think they want the celebrity. But when it's time for them to step up and step into the sun, they don't. They're like, oh, no.
Some people don't have the personality.
Yeah.
To do it on. And
Yeah,
it
she's
takes
more
a
of a coattail. Like she's more of a sidekick. Like Marlo could be a sidekick or whatever like that. But when she had but at first, when we first saw Marlo, we were interested. We wanted to know more about Marlo, how to get your money, like get Marlo her own show. This woman that's coming in here with the
But
fashion.
she came on the scene messy. You remember she said when she first got there, she said that Candy was taking care of little boys.
Yeah.
She took care of boys. So she came on the scene messy. Candy forgave her and was still, Candy is very forgiving. More than I would ever be. Because the way that Marlo came for her that first season when Marlo got on there, when it went to Africa, and she said that she take care of the boys and all that stuff. And then Candy had to go off and say, if I wanted to take care of everybody in here, I could. Candy is very forgiving, and she does a lot for her friends, only for them to backstab her. I don't know if it's a Taurus thing, but she needs to learn to just cut people off. Because next season she gonna be back cool with Marlo. I'm gonna need you to just cut people off completely.
But I think with Marlo, I think Marlo is almost to a Phaedra level with Candy right now. I think Candy lets her push and push and push until because I think Phaedra pushed and pushed and pushed till that was like the straw. And I think it was no coming back from that. I think Candy gives people enough rope. Hey Ray, Candy gives people enough rope to break their neck. And but yeah, Candy, this is going all down bad. And for Marlo to just act like this with Candy of all people that tried to help you out. Yeah, Marlo, you looking crazy out here in these streets. You're looking real crazy. But I like Candy and Kenya's friendship. I think Kenya I think Kenya is a good friend. I think Kenya genuinely is a good friend because even when Kenya first came to the Housewives and she was like running behind Nene, acting like Nene was the star when she really was the star. Because that's what a lot of people were doing. Like Nene was on here, but Nene, because you had a couple, you was on Glee a couple of times and you couldn't read the script, and stuff like that. Kenya was the real star.
Nene was getting too big for the show. She didn't want to film. She would leave filming. She was late for filming. She was an issue for production for a long time. And then when Closet Gate happened, she yanked one of the producers and ripped his shirt, and she allegedly put.
God knows what she done did to Portia.
And Portia was allegedly pregnant, and she ripped her belt off allegedly, and she was doing a lot, and people was getting sick of Nene. They was getting sick of you, and then when you did that lawsuit, that was it. When that was done, they couldn't wait to say goodbye to you.
Yeah, but as far as Nene amongst the group, thank you, Ray. As far as Nene amongst the group, I think Nene was really getting beside herself because, like I said, the ladies that was coming in, that's why I think automatically off the ripper, she had a problem with Candy because Candy was already Candy Burris. You understand? So, and you were Nene Leakes from the Housewives. You understand? Kenya Moore was Kenya Moore, Miss USA. You know what I'm saying? You were Nene Leakes from the Housewives, and these was already accepted. Like Kenya, they were a lot of B and C.
It was pre-Housewives.
But Kenya done been through a lot of movies. Like it's all like
Yeah, she's done a lot.
Like she was Tubi before Tubi was Tubi. You understand? Like she
was on Martin. She was
on Martin. House of Pain,
Harvey show. She was on multiple shows in the 90s. She was all over the place.
Sister, I think she was all over the place.
Sister, because back in the 90s, a lot of celebrities used to do cameos on sitcoms because sitcoms were more popular then than they are now.
Right.
So a lot of celebrities used to be patrolling through these sitcoms.
Right. So, I'm like, she was Kenya Moore. Like she was in Nas because I almost fought her. Like I was about to fight Kenya, but I was like, I decided not to.
Jocelyn beats the brakes off big. I just read your thing. So you got something about Jocelyn?
Yeah, I was supposed to do that yesterday, but I was like, if I do that, I'm gonna be too tired to do the show.
So, I just read it. I said, oh.
But yeah. Now I lost my train of thought. Yeah. What was I talking about?
But yeah, let's get to this escape room. So Courtney invite these people to this lame event.
Hey, Yvette.
Everybody shows up to the event, and Courtney's happy because she's having a little moment where she's doing something for the Housewives, so she can be on the show and be relevant. So she's inviting everyone, and Marlo shows up. Drew makes a face, so she's upset. Which Drew, I could understand why Drew is upset, but I feel like she's over exaggerating it and making it worse than what it was. Yes, Marlo was cutting up, but it's not really about you. It's not even about Marlo. It's not even about Candy. So we don't even know.
But Drew's going to show her acting skills. She's going to throw them acting skills in once or twice.
She's going to make it like bigger than what it is.
She was a child star.
I don't know about child star, but she was on.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
What I want to say it was her on Taina. Was it that you saying that wasn't her on Taina?
I'm not sure.
She was the black girl on Taina, the black friend. She was.
You know what, Nick? Because I used to watch Taina Hard Body because
I used to love Taina, but
it was like so weird to me because it was New York and she was going to the performing arts because I got accepted to the performing arts school of Manhattan and my grandma wouldn't allow me to go because she said it was too far to travel and the sex traffickers was going to sneak and take me. But I was like, really, that Taina? I always watched it, but now I don't remember if that was Drew. Thank you, Yvette.
I want to say it was Drew. I want to say if the girl wasn't Drew, it was just like
I get back. We gotta get back. It could have been. But it could have been because now I don't remember. Now I remember the black friend, but I just can't see the face. I can't see the face. I could see Taina's face and I could see her mother's face because her mother was Lisa. I wonder if you take me home. So that was, I knew that the mother played, Lisa played the mother. But I remember the black friend, but I can't place the face. I'm going to look into it and see. Could have been.
So it could have been. And Yvette says, happy birthday.
Yes, thank you so much.
One. So Candy walks into the venue, and you can already tell Candy is irritated. And Candy is like me. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm not one to have a poker face. If I'm feeling some type of way, you will know I'm feeling a certain type of way, and I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to be like, okay, well, let's talk about the issue. And I like what Candy said, but she said that we're not going to fake the funk. So, Marlo, let's talk about it. Instead of ignoring each other all night, let's talk about the issue because clearly I'm upset. And then Marlo, who needs backup, decides to bring Drew. I don't know why it was her idea to put Drew in it, but I don't know why she just didn't have a conversation with Candy by herself, but she decided to bring the instigator Drew into the situation. So they walk to the side to have a conversation. Candy's clearly upset. Asks Marlo, what am I hearing about you saying that I didn't do anything for your nephew and I should have sent flowers and all this other stuff? And Marlo is making it about her character. And I'm even more confused. How is her character involved in this? This has nothing to do with Candy, nor her. Like, how did y'all sit down and write this script in y'all head, or does it make sense to y'all? Because it's just not making sense. She was like, your character, this is a reflection of your character. I'm like, okay, what's the reflection? Because Candy's upset that you lying on her? Like, she has the right to be upset. What do you think, Mace?
I think Marlo is delusional. Marlo is delusional for even calling Drew over there because Drew was like, very upset with you because you flipped on her. You screamed on her. So calling Drew that didn't make any sense. And you sound crazy. Like, you just sound crazy. I would be highly annoyed too if I was Candy. Like, girl, you're trying to tarnish my reputation, trying to diminish my character when you run around cutting holes face wide open. And you have the nerve to talk about an incident that happened at my bar that I had no control over. You had control over the razor you was wielding. You understand? You had control over that.
And you can't get mad when people bring it up. Own it.
Because that's something you had. You did that. So if you say, yep, I did it, and I may have a blade underneath my wig right now.
That takes away the power of
I'm going to respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, but an incident that happened at Candy's establishment when she was not even there. You know what I'm saying? She
didn't happen at her establishment.
Looking for her.
It did not happen at her establishment. It happened at the guy's
Wait, so this didn't even. No, I'm talking about her cousin shooting when they're trying to bring up the cousin. Like this is something that happened at the establishment, so you want someone to talk about it and say a shooting and a powing and all this stuff. You want them to say it by exact name because you feel that Candy, you're jealous. Like I said, this is what I was saying. Jealous. Her and Nene have the same jealous energy.
Yeah,
very much so. Like the same jealous energy. It's like if they're not the center of attention, or it's like. But when I give you the spotlight, the only thing with Marlo. With Nene, if you give her the spotlight, she's going to take it and run. Mm-hmm. Marlo, if you give her the spotlight, she's going to shy away. She's not going to think you're going to pop all this crap to where you step. Then do your thing. Then do your thing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Adding people. She adds her nephews, add Drew, add the mama.
Yeah, like when I give you opportunity to shine on your own, like you got all this mouth, Marlo. You talking all this crap. Now go. Now that you can't even go by yourself. You sit there, go get this person, go get that person. You can't do this person. You can't like
you pumping up other people against Candy, and then poor Manetta go over there and try to break it up. Candy getting mad. She was like, please back up. And I can respect that. If somebody's heated when you're heated and you about ready to fight, you don't want the people, you don't want to hit anybody that don't deserve it.
Candy is straight hood. It's Candy from the Decatur. It's Candy from the Decatur.
I understand because
Candy was like, look,
you are ready to fight. You don't need your people around you holding you back. You don't need nobody around that might get accidentally hit.
Oh my God. I was watching. I was like, oh my God. Candy reminded me of my sister right now because I said, don't hold me back. Don't back up.
Activated and she was ready to fight.
She was on go.
And I'm not mad at it because Marlo not making any sense, and you playing games for the show. It's just doesn't make sense. Then we have Drew talking about Marlo's aggressive and she, trying to break Marlo up. Marlo, although she was annoying, antagonistic, and lying, she wasn't being aggressive.
Yeah, I don't think Marlo is a nitpicker and she don't want to smoke. That's why I said she don't want to. You her the floor, like I'm gonna give you the stage. Do what it do. Make it do what it do. You don't even step up and do it. That's the problem. Like at least Nene gonna step. You know what I'm saying? Nene's gonna step. If you give her the
fight, she's not a fighter.
Not fighting, but I'm saying she's gonna make her presence known. And if you give her the spotlight, she's gonna run with it and she's gonna and like she did at the pillow.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad. She was, and sometimes you got to let people know how far they can go with you and what they can, how to treat you. I'm not.
I'm like Candy ain't. Whoa! I'm like Candy ain't one to be played with. Because this is like this the third time I didn't see. I'm like I don't want to see Candy in action. And according to the Candy Cody click. They say, Candy get real. She what Shamar said, because I get active. But hey,
But listen, we don't take a note from Jocelyn. We don't want you out here fighting, Candy. You too old to be out here fighting. But I do understand exactly what you
Go Coco Ranger. That was Go Coco Ranger. Go.
She said she was sober for a day, but we will bring her up again on the docket. She, we was rooting for her, but
poor Jocelyn.
Then Candy brings out the text messages, like I said, and per the text messages, it seemed like 5 days later you was over it and you was ready to do cameos. You was ready to make some money, and I don't know if this is around the time where Candy was trying to get you your show or whatever. So you was really working with Candy during this time. So, and you, I guess, didn't mention your nephew again until 2 or 3 years later when you need a storyline. And now your nephew's shooting, which was tragic, is now the main focal point on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, really? It makes absolutely no sense. And then Drew out there being dramatic and theatrical, saying, I'm from Chicago, and we don't say the word shooting. because of all the black men that's out there dying every day in the streets of Chicago.
I was like, wait a minute, I did not know they banned the word the shooterization in Chicago. I'm like, because I swore I heard it.
Doing extra, and Drew be getting on my nerves with that because she know that she's putting on. I mean, you know you putting on. It's just like we don't say the word shooting. Like I'm gonna ask about people from Chicago. Is it taboo to say shooting? Is it taboo? We don't say the word shooting. It's
yes,
just,
they do, because I watched Cold and Windy. I watched Cold and Windy, and they said it, and they was in Chicago.
And that's it. Candy left because she was about to fight, and then after that, Monyetta and Kenya left, and then the rest of them.
Monyetta, you know what Monyetta looked? I thought Monyetta would bring something, but
she ain't got nothing yet.
Monyetta ain't ready for these girls. Monyetta ain't.
She let them push her around. She's like a lackey. She let Candy and Kenya push her around. They tell her where she can go, where she can't go, who she can talk to. They talk to her any type of way. She told her move. Like I can't remember if she said back up, please. Which I understood what she was saying. She's
giving me a flip flop too, because when she said she gonna call, but not even Pookie. Who she said she called like child.
Well, who Pookie?
That gonna be slammed all types of ways.
Marlo, Ray says Marlo is out of pocket, out of order, and about to be out of a job. Yeah, I really hope Bravo gets it together next season because I'm tired. I am tired, and I didn't see anything in the preview for next week that made me feel like next week gonna be any better. So
yeah, I think they need to take a page out. I want to watch. I think New York started. I think it's on Peacock. I'm gonna take a peek at it to see what's going on over there and how they revamped and how the new ladies is.
I want to know what's going on in Potomac.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start digging into some Potomac tea, see if I can find out what's going on.
Well, happy belated birthday to Ashley. I just saw her dancing around the slinky dress. For her,
I didn't like that dress. That dress was ugly to me.
Real slinky.
It was like she was just doing she just showing a look, just showing skin just to show skin.
Yeah, like because you have the body, like even like the same goes for women that have that think they have the body and stuff like that. I don't want to see it. Mm-hmm. Just like Lizzo, the same like Lizzo. I don't care if you big, I don't care if you small, I don't care if you think like sometimes too much skin is just too much. Like even if you look, I don't want to see all that. Like I don't want to cover up something, like leave something. Like I don't want to see it. Like the whole internet smells like ass. Right?
It makes sense.
On Instagram, smells ass.
And I'm not really too fond of Janelle Monáe showing all her nipples and everything.
I don't like that either. Like that's so
Janelle, you used to be all covered up. You always used to wear them suits, and now you showing your titties. To promote your album.
It's like what? It's like, was you lying then or lying now? Which one is it? Like, I don't know, but that drastic change, that nakedness, like I'm very like I like to show like fitted outfit once in a while, but for the most part, I'm a little conservative, and I'm like that is just too much, and especially coming from certain people, like I'm
not conservative, but even me, it's just like you overtly doing it to promote your music instead of just showing us the music. You're showing us the titties.
Yeah, and a lot too. Like they were just actually off topic, but they was actually trying to compare Ice Spice to what Beyonce did. Like Ice Spice, like Beyonce, they say Beyonce was showing booty cheeks or whatever, but Beyonce did it classy. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce was she had
during the concert.
During the concert, she wear her little short stuff, but she wasn't bending over like Ice Spice. She's giving pedo's dream. That's a pedo's dream. You look like a little girl. You got that Raggedy Ann afro on there, and you bending over with your whole coochie out, putting your hand over it, covering it. Like, oopsie, I'm a bend over.
Ice Spice cannot do a performance without bending over.
So, but it looks like a pet. That looks like a pedophile's dream, a pedo's dream, because you look like a kid in the face. Because you look like a child in the face, and you got that Raggedy Ann hair on, so it's giving Orphan Annie. Like it's just like you look like a kid in the face, but you dress like this and you bending over doing these gestures. Like it's not appealing to me. I like the music, like something it's a bop, whatever like that. But that I'm gonna need you to cover up and straighten your hair, one or the other. Either throw a wig on or cover up, because I need you to look adult while you bending over like that. I don't need you bending over looking like a 2-year-old.
All right,
Like,
birthday girl. Do you have anything else to say about this episode before we close things out for the
it
evening?
was wiggity wiggity whack. It was wiggity wiggity whack. The only thing that gave was candy about to pop off, you know.
Candy about to pop off, and I thought Sheree's moment with her family was cute.
Yeah. I want to see more of Sheree in that setting. I think she needs to go that route. She needs to
Instead of
go.
the Martell route, I'd rather see
I
you
think,
with your family dynamic than a fake relationship with Martell, because that was giving real emotion and that was good to see. But it's so much fakery with Sheree that we rarely get to have a real moment. So
right. And the whole thing, I think these ladies need to master the grow with the show. You understand? Like, grow with the show. Like, a lot of times your dynamic that you had 10 years ago is not conducive to your life that you are living now. And you're still trying to hold on to hoop dreams from now. So now that Sheree has evolved, like the first, when we met Sheree was fashion. It was a divorce party. It was her, you know, coming into her own, you know, whatever like that. Now that you have your own and, you know, it's Chateau Thelma and you ready, we want to see a settled version of Sheree. Like what she, Cairo, her grandkids or whatever, because that's real and that's probably real to your life right now. So grow with the show. And I think that's how the ladies can sustain on the show. Right. You got to evolve with your lifestyle because your life is not still the same with fashions and trying to date men's and trying to keep up with the, it becomes like redundant and it's like you're trying, girl. You're trying too hard. That ain't
it's not realistic. I remember that scene where she ate 2 chips.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you do not sit there and eat chips. Don't sit up there and try to act like you depressed and eat a whole bag of chips. And you wasn't even chewing on the chips. You was like, you spit the things right out because you know you do not eat junk food. So that's what I'm saying with the fakery with Sheree. But I don't expect anything more from this season. But I do hope that they keep it 10 episodes and don't give us 20 episodes this season.
They say they're going to give us 18 and a half.
They said 18?
They say 18 and a half, allegedly.
We only on episode 5. And y'all, what episode we on? 5 or 6? And 6. And y'all have not done nothing yet. So we'll see. Ray Ray says, I hope production puts more of the talent's life on the screen besides what they think drama is. I feel it's production's fault. It is production's fault. It is. The casting, the editing, y'all talking down to the cast and trying to pump them for, you know, to make it better.
Yeah, because they got to understand that formula is not working because these ladies are not the same ladies that we met 14 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They're not the same in that same frame and they're not in the same mind. They need to grow with the show and they want to keep them in drama and keep them because like Marlo, you look crazy all of 70 years old out there arguing with Candy over your like 70 out there arguing with Candy over your nephew because she ain't sent flowers to a funeral that she probably didn't know nothing about. Like
probably didn't even know him.
Did Marlo even know when the funeral was? Like
I don't even know if Marlo went to the funeral or not, but I really don't think that she was really that close with that nephew.
And she doesn't even comprehend how crazy you look. You're like 70 years old and you're going back and forth with this woman who gave your nephew a job and it wasn't even on the strength of you. He probably just came in and filled out the application and she didn't even hire him. It probably was, you know, her staff. Like she probably was just as shocked. Like she said, I didn't know he worked there. Let me check. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He did work there, but
I looked it up. I'm sorry. I looked up the Taina cast, and that wasn't Drew. It was another black guy. I thought it was
like it's Drew. She was a child star, so it was her.
You know, I mean, but you know, Drew exaggerated. But she was on some stuff. But I thought that was her. But
Drew did what did Drew play on?
She was on something. Hold on, Drew Sidora.
She was in that movie with DMX. I know that because she got killed in that movie. Never Die Alone. She did play in that movie.
I know she did the biopic with TLC.
Yes.
Let me see what other roles she had.
And
she was in White Chicks. She was in White Chicks.
White Chicks because she was the wife's friend. Yeah, the wife friend in White Chicks. I'm saying as far as her being a child star, like as a child, because she didn't mention
about child, but
she said, you know, her mother cultivated her career, and her family were very supportive of her as she was growing up, being a child star. Basically she was a tootie of her
Maybe
family.
she's doing commercials or something, but
I
she's done
don't
a
know. I
lot
didn't never see
of
her next to Aunt Jemima. I didn't see her on Mrs. Butterworth. I didn't see her on I didn't see her on the Barbie. Maybe she had a Barbie commercial, because a lot of little black girls had Barbie commercials
I
back
see
then.
a lot of straight to DVD films. And she did some upper films, but I see a lot of straight to DVD. But I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching us tonight. Y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all was here with us tonight. And once again, happy birthday! Y'all say happy birthday to Maze.
Thank you so much. I want to thank everyone for all the birthday wishes. It was greatly appreciated. Child, because I'm about to go here. I haven't even opened my damn cake. My husband bought me a cake and I haven't even opened it yet. I'm looking at it like, once I open it, I'm
going to open your cake and spend the rest of your birthday with your husband. Going to be submissive to your husband.
I'm sleeping tonight. I ain't submissive nothing. You catch me on the weekend, child. I'm gonna catch me outside. How about that? And no.
But also enjoy the rest of your day, and I wish you all the best and many, many more blessings, many, many more
Thank
birthdays.
You so much, Yvette.
And my gift should be coming in the mail soon, so make sure you be on the lookout.
Oh my God, that was so sweet. I was so surprised. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Cleo, Yvette, Ray, Kimmy. Thank all of you guys for showing up. This is a little bit of a later review, but thank y'all for showing up. And we will see y'all this weekend, Friday. We're gonna move it to Fridays.
Yeah, we'll be back Friday. It's a lot going on.
It's a lot of devilment going on. Like everybody going to jail, so we need to talk about it. And if y'all have anybody that y'all want us to discuss,
I had to check it. I had to ask Alexa, when the next full moon? Because people acting crazy.
They've been cutting it up.
She told me the next full moon is not July 3rd. I'm like, July 3rd? Are you sure? Because they are cutting up.
What we really need to be asking Alexa is, what is in retrograde? Because y'all really
the energies. I think it's a lot of, we're going to feel a lot of
crazy energy out there.
Yes, a shift in energies, and plus we're in the age of Aquarius, and it's going to be a lot of stuff we see that's going to be revealed and stuff. A lot of stuff we're going to see, like, whoa, like you think you can get shocked, you're going to be more and more shocked. But I think that energy was like a real energy shift, like, because what was going on down to I'm like, it was already a fight. God damn.
Yeah. So we'll keep an eye out, and we will see y'all on Friday for our weekly review. And y'all make sure y'all have a good evening, and we will see y'all next time. Good night, y'all.